recognize one of your knights.
Now I'm getting into where the Dinobots and the Last Knight, Age of Extinction, the Fallen, I mean, possibly with the whole writers team. So at the very end, picked up a sword, and it's this one right here. It's, you see his knight form, like if you remember the trailer, the scene, he said, recognize one of your knights, and he grabbed the sword, and his armor instantly changed, and charged out and unleashed his Grimlock. But when he grabbed the sword, he instantly changed. Like, it instantly changed. His armor changed. That's where he got his flight capability. Went charged and he let Grimlock out, and then he instantly spoke Cybertronian. And in my opinion, it was dark, and he spoke, "The legend exists."
It's time for reinforcements. Recognize one of your knights.
Instantly, the sword, Optimus changed when he grabbed the sword, he's not happy with the humans. I mean, he's going a little rogue right now. Let's be real. I mean, they've killed his brothers, they've killed his kind. He's not very happy. So whether the sword he picked up at a good moment in his personality is good or bad, that's when it changed, and it said the legend exists, and then the pieces were connected. And in my opinion, it was a very dark Cybertronian light, and it was pretty cool, actually. In my opinion, it was actually really pretty cool. And he said the legend exists, and then, but before he even grabbed the sword, when he was sitting there in lockdown ship on the bottom, and him and Grimlock were looking at each other. Like I said in the first movie, they knew each other. Optimus has been here pre-humans. He's been here since the dinosaurs. Like in my first video. So when he pulled his sword, maybe he pulled his sword back then. We don't know if it was good or bad when he came and visited the Earth. Possibly, we don't know. But again, this is my theory. But look at this. When he grabs the sword and he says, "The legend exists," right when he pulled the sword. And then we get one of my favorite scenes, which is right here.
Legendary warriors, the powers that created us now want us all extinguished. We must join forces, or else forever be their slaves. So today you stand with us, or you stand against me. Only together can we survive! Let me lead you! We're giving you freedom! You defend my family, or die. Autobots, we're going to prove who we are and why we're here.
You just want to die for the guy. That's leadership. Or brainwashing or something.
No. That's Optimus Prime.
Autobots, we charge together! Now roll out!
The pain in Prime's voice, it's a war cry. He's like, only together can we survive. Let me lead you. He's screaming. He that's what I love about Optimus. Everyone is upset that he is the way this angry. You know, the nickname Murder Prime, is because he is human. That's the most human thing about him, is that he feels pain, and he's letting his Knights of Cybertron, the ones that serve him, and it's a war cry. Then Grimlock charges him, and then he just unleashes on him and throws him, and then walks up to him, just arrogant, knowing, claimed his dominance, didn't want to do that, and says, "You defend my family or die." And if you notice, I put the Last Knight of Cybertron and the Last Living Prime, and that's how they're going to connect the two movies, which you'll see Colonel Lennox and Kate Yeager. You defend my family, as in, like, almost talking to Grimlock like you are a pet, like not like a pet, like man and wolf, man and dinosaur. He's the Last Knight. You got to have a badass dinosaur, like a Charizard, for instance. If you get where I'm trying to get at, but you defend my family or die. Prime never says that, but I mean, he's very human. In his perspective, I would probably say the same thing, man. And he's old and busted, and he knows something dark and evil is just on its way. And we're bound for slavery. We are slaves, and if you lead me and my family, also being the Autobots, of course, I'm the Autobots, and you submit to these people because I told you to submit to these people, or I will kill you or die. He's just, he has so much emotion, everything all at once. I mean, now the humans are turning on him. They're killing the Autobots that he created, and he knows that the Decepticons and Autobots have been at war forever. And I almost think you would feel pain. That's what's so awesome about Optimus, is in that moment, what would you do? The Cybertron is gone, or is it? But that's what makes him so unique. That's why he's the Last Knight, the Last Prime. He's everything. And then when he grabbed the sword, everything changed. So the Dinobots, Grimlock, submit to him, and at the very end, and then we are Autobots. We charge together. We're a family. And then he's going to save them again after he said he was done, but he's even before Hound says, we need reinforcements, Optimus, what are we going to do? And then he knew he had to unleash hell, and then hence Dinobot Charge, which is what everyone went to see. And then he is just riding, they all hop on the Dinobots, and they're going to save Cade and Bumblebee and Hound and the humans again, because they have to retrieve the seed. He was regretting what was going on with the humans, and maybe regretting that he's seeing all his brothers in arms, and he's the leader of the Autobots, and now not that he made them come down to save the humans from the Decepticons, and he's lost his brothers fighting them, for war, and they've also died. We don't know if he's now thinking that. It'd be cool if they touched on that in this movie. And he is also, now they're killing him, and he was killing them, so he lost them in both ways. So almost maybe he's having doubts. And when he grabbed the sword, again, the Dark Cybertronian, it said the legend exists. The puzzle's connected. If that's how I took it, and I got the chills when he said that. It threw me off like that. And the ship came down through the dinosaurs, and those ships looked similar to Lockdown ship, in my opinion. I mean, you can compare one right here and compare one right here. And what if he did? Because humans, he's connected to the 13th primes. This is a Knights, which this franchise is a reboot, so it has to change the name, and they can go a different route. And they bombed on the fourth one. They're saying this is the reboot. Lockdown said he was built, and you remember the ship Prime built for all you Knights, you Crusaders, used to explore the galaxies. Now it's my personal prison. He said you disgraced it. So it almost makes you think that there's a void that we haven't been told, or like everything happened. Like when the poster came out and the actual trailer came out, and the very first one, the purple eyes.
They slaughtered Ratchet! I'm gonna tear them apart! Get out! All of you! Transfer's over, meatbag! Destroy the lab! Destroy it all!
Hey! Hey! Stop! That's company property!
They're not your property. They were my friends.
That this is all the spoils of war. Dead metal. Innovation. What we do here is science. Because if we don't do it, somebody else will. Because you cannot stop technology.
We're not your technology!
I broke the code. I own your whole genome.
The world will know what you're doing here.
The world? The world will approve. We can make you now. Don't you get it? We don't need you anymore.
That was cruel. Autobots, we're done.
Now, the reason why that is so important is because that could have been the breaking point, which could have led to Optimus pulling the sword and possibly could be going the dark route, the rogue route, the Nemesis Prime route, the plan for the creators, is because something he swore to protect, which is the human beings, is now killing him. I mean, he saw Ratchet being deteriorated, melted for metal, so they could create technology. And he raids in there and destroys everything. And he says, you can't stop technology. Stanley Tucci's character said that. I think it was Joshua. Joshua said, you cannot stop technology. And he kicks the thing and says it with so much anger and so much passion behind it. We are not your technology. And you could just feel the pain behind it. Because he still loves the humans. He's sworn to protect them. And then when he said, we don't need you anymore. And he just inhales, he soaks it in, and then just exhales, and you just see smoke come out, and like his heart was broken in a way, because he does love the humans. I mean, we don't know, this is a reboot, so we don't know what happened to Sam, but he swore to protect that live action universe. Now he protects Cade's, is his new family. So him and the Autobots protect it. And then when you hear that after the Battle of Chicago, Egypt, the Cube, and then now China and Hong Kong, an Age of Extinction. I mean, he's lost. I'm sorry, that was prior to this part, but you get the point. He's lost a lot. I mean, in a way, he's battle tested, and they're now killing his kind. And now he thought this was his home, and now when everybody's been questioning it, the only one I would say that never questioned that's because he can't talk is Bumblebee. But even the Autobots have randomly said, like, what is Optimus is sworn to protect him? And when they say that, that would hurt. That's what I love Optimus. It makes him human. And I'm not gonna lie, I'd be pissed off myself. I would. And there's less of them. They don't have a planet now, and they had a truce with the humans at one point. They worked for the government, and now they are being hunted secretly by the government. So what is there to protect? You know, he's old. I mean, you got to think about it, man. Prime's been fighting forever. He's battle tested. He's grown with so much. He fights with so much more anger now. And so, right prior to pulling the sword, what if this could have been the part of the plot where he pulled this sword and humanity betrayed him, and what's there to protect anymore? They don't want him here. He's dying, and he is human. He's gonna feel that and hold that against us. I mean, that's what makes us human. It's called having a soul. And Optimus and the Autobots have a soul. That's what, him and Cade made that connection. And he also has that conversation later with Cade saying, how many more of my kind must be sacrificed? And Cade tells him, you got to have faith, Prime. You got to do what I do. Go through the junk and find the treasure or something like that. I'm paraphrasing again. But, and he's like, that's what being human is. We make mistakes. But Cade's basically talking to him like a human. Like, Prime, you have a soul. Like, I'm talking to, you're a living race. And Cade is an inventor. And without humanity's greed, he said he wanted a reward for him, for his medal, was for a reward, basically to put his daughter through college. But you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for me doing that. So, his mind's not right, and he's angry. He's angry. Everything he does now has so much more passion. And he said, once I find out who killed this, I mean, he saw Leadfoot getting killed, and there's no more Cybertronians anymore. I mean, Decepticons are limited, and now they're building their own thing. So why, in the humans' perspective, why would you need them? We can build them. We have the technology. But if this was the breaking point, if you will, of, Nemesis Prime, Purple Eyes Prime, the Last Knight. I mean, this is where everything could connect in a way. This new movie is when humanity said no, and he pulled up this sword, and you could connect a bunch of things.
Recognize one of your knights.
Everything could connect in a way. This new movie is when humanity said no, and he pulled up this sword, and you could connect a bunch of things, which I'll get to in another time, another movie. But yeah, this is the important part. Basically, something he swore to protect. Cybertron's gone, remember, or is it again? Dark of the Moon, and he destroyed it there. So again, with the Joe Blow leak, he said that Optimus has questioned his leadership with the Autobots. Like, why is he here? He has no reason to be here anymore. They don't want him here. So this could be the part where the Purple Eyes come into attack, is when they said no, and he grabbed the sword. And now that he has the sword, the cube, well, the cube's gone, I'm sorry, the sword, the Sentinel shield, which is part of Age of Extinction 2, people forget about that, the seed, he still has the Matrix of Leadership, and now it's all in space. So everything that can protect the humans is not here anymore. He's got it. He flies up into space at the very end and takes off and meets his creators. But again, this could be where the Purple Eyes come in. this is where he says, you know, I'm coming for you. You got to think, if you take something, just being human, if there's something not good in that point of your life, and you have a life or death situation, it's a big decision, and he's going on impulse, finding his creators with all the stuff, and Lockdown made it clear he's born, he was built, and he ruined the cosmic balance, and in a way, he did, because if you think about it, what if their purpose was not to even meet the humans, and now he's protecting the humans in a way? You know what I'm saying? This could not have been the creator's goal, but that's what makes Optimus, again, so unique. So the creators maybe also built Optimus for a bigger purpose, because he is the ultimate warrior, or could unleash the ultimate warrior, or could lead the ultimate warriors. I mean, he already owns possession of the Dinobots. They, in my theory, they only listen to him. But they have sworn to protect the family, which is Cade and the Autobots. So they're an Autobot, so it'll be interesting. Hopefully it'll be cool. So, yeah, that's my video, guys. So I'll get to the third one in a little bit. I hope you enjoy everything. I would appreciate a like button. All my social media accounts are located below. And I hope you enjoyed Chapter 2.
I am Optimus Prime, and this message is to my creators. Leave planet Earth alone, 'cause I'm coming for you. Forgive me. This is my fight! I'll kill you!